All right. So look, our next topic. All right, our next topic. We got two veteran quarterbacks that's playing two crucial games. All right, we got the Packers playing the 49ers, who he has a hard time against throughout his whole career. And we have the Rams playing the Buccaneers playing the GOAT. All right. So we want to know, we're going to start this off with you, Carl. Who has more pressure coming into this game to win this game? Who has more pressure to win this game? Matthew Stafford or Aaron Rodgers?
My answer is Aaron Rodgers because again, he has the number one seed. So he has the number one seed in the NFL. So everything goes through Lambo except obviously the Super Bowl, which I mean technically the home team for that, but everything goes through Lambo. His defense is better. Allen Lazard made a huge step from last year to this year. Devontae is Devontae. So it looks like the Packers has the roster, even though I still believe they should have drafted like a Justin Jefferson over that Love quarterback. But everything looks good. Now, to me, I'm going to go on a small tangent. Stafford, to me, doesn't have that much pressure. And I don't understand why people use the 0-3 in the playoffs with Matt Stafford when the Lions, as a franchise since like 50-something Super Bowls, only made the playoffs 8 times. 3 of those 8 times were Matt Stafford. People probably can't even name 3 people besides Matt Stafford and the year they last went to the playoffs in Detroit. But they blame him. And this is another thing about Detroit. The Lions go 10-6. Jim Caldwell's the head coach. They literally fire him after he makes the playoffs for Matt Patricia, who puts the Lions, as we know, in a sinkhole. He gets rid of Darius Slay. Slay don't want to play for him. Top corner, he got robbed all pro. Quandre Diggs don't want to play for him. He goes to Seattle. He's a top safety. Matt Stafford got tired of him, and that's why he's in LA. Like, come on, y'all take a coach that's 10-6 who makes the playoffs, lose to Seattle, who Paul Richardson made an amazing catch against the Lions, and y'all he finessed y'all. Y'all paid him the next year. Makes an amazing catch, beats the Lions in playoffs. Y'all want so much, like y'all want Matt Stafford to do the impossible so much with Detroit when he already did it. Taking them to the playoffs 3 times is the impossible, as we see from franchise records.
Impossible.
Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, players have sold Aaron Rodgers in the past. Like the defense 2 years ago against the 49ers, that might as well have been a JV defense out there against the 49ers. The way the 49ers is running the ball, 150-some yards before contact. You can't really do nothing about that as a quarterback. Last year, okay, Brady throws 3 straight interceptions. I feel you. You do have to get points off those 3 turnovers. You have to. You can't just score one of those 3 drives. You have to score again. And on the last drive, Aaron Rodgers, he had I say an easy touchdown on that 3rd and goal when he decided to throw, when he decided to take off, but then last minute decided to throw backside or across the field, and it was incomplete, and they settled for that field goal. I think he should have ran. I blame Aaron Rodgers, even though a lot of stuff leading up to that, like the last touchdown before the half on Kevin King by Scotty Miller, you can't get that up. Still, I think there's more pressure on Rodgers than Stafford. Like I said, Stafford already did the impossible. He took the Lions to the playoffs 3 times out of 8 in their whole franchise. Rodgers, you're touted to some as the best quarterback in the league. You got to win this game. You got to at least get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm going to let you go, Ty. You've been quiet for a while. So go ahead. Go ahead, comment.
Okay. Well, this one was kind of easy, so I'm going to try to talk a little longer because it's too easy. But so yeah, Stafford, they did give a lot of weight to get the boy. He does have a better team, but I still say it's Rodgers because Rodgers, it's obvious because Rodgers keeps like getting the number 1 seed, but then he loses after 2 games. So he has to at least win this game. Hopefully, go to the Super Bowl, but I doubt that happens. But he has to win this game at least win this game. And then Stafford, does he have that much pressure? Not really, because it's first year with the team, and he's playing Tom Brady. He's playing Tom Brady. Come on, I don't expect him to win Tom Brady. So. And then you got Rodgers playing against what's Jimmy G?
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy G or Lance if Jimmy G don't play. So come on now.
No, Trey Lance. Trey Lance is the future for them.
Okay,
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
What
you mean? You think Jimmy G gonna play next year with them?
No. I'm just saying, like he's the future. Maybe like he has to really perform, or they might just look another route after a year or so.
Oh, I see. Okay, he's saying that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying like he is next year. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people, we should bench him. Nah, listen, Jimmy G is gonna be the quarterback for this year. Then Trey Lance gonna come in after 1 year sitting. So, but I agree. I thought it was an easy one too. And I'm so Aaron Rodgers, listen, I like Aaron Rodgers, man. He's been like one of my favorite quarterbacks. Him and Peyton Manning. I was like, back then we were younger, whatever. You had to be a Peyton fan or a Tom Brady fan,
Yeah.
And I was Team Peyton, you know. And then Aaron Rodgers came in, and his first year he had like over 3,000 yards, and he didn't play the full season. And then every year he was a 30 touchdown, 4,000 yard quarterback. And he came in when Romo was going up. I'm like, I hate Cowboys. So I used to tell people Rodgers better than Romo, and I had people fight me over that. So but Aaron Rodgers got a lot. He has the most pressure out of any quarterback in his playoffs, right? Because people already are putting him up there with like, he won one Super Bowl. People are already putting him up there with Steve Young, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, all them guys with one Super Bowl. And a Super Bowl that came in, I think 2009, over
2010, I think.
2010, all right, 2010, right? Basically 12 years ago. So so when I did this on research, I looked up his numbers when they lost in the playoffs since he won a Super Bowl. I can only think about 3 games that I can say, because my excuse for Rodgers as a fan used to be like, oh, it's a defense. It's a defense. I can only name 3 games when it was a defense fault. Both of those games, Kaepernick and 49ers, the defense couldn't. They dropped over now. The Falcons, they dropped over 4-2. And then the 49ers game you just mentioned, Carl, over 2 years ago. But outside of that, Aaron Rodgers played bad every game. Every game he played bad, right? I'm going to go real quick. 2011, they went against the New York Giants, y'all. I know they were 15-1 that year. Aaron Rodgers was 15-1, number 1 seed in the playoffs, lost in the first game against the Giants in the divisional round. This dude had a 78 passing rating with 2 turnovers. You can't do that when you 15-1. And I think he won MVP that year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Did he win MVP in 2011?
That might have been AP. I don't know. It might have been AP.
AP in 2011?
I don't know. Because is that the year AP could have broke the record, but he decided
not
to?
That was 2012, right? Or
I can't remember. I can't remember if it was 2011, 2012.
Okay. Because Aaron Rodgers, yeah, okay. So, then 2012, they went 11-5, lost to the 49ers. We said that, he had 91 passer rating, but he did had a turnover or whatever. But 2013, this dude, they lost to the 49ers again, 20-33. Aaron Rodgers threw 177 yards and 1 TD. Come on, bro. This is a playoffs. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, Javon said A-Rod got it in 2011.
You did.
So, yeah. And 2014, that Seattle game, I know the fluke stuff happened. The offside kick was just bad, all that stuff. But Aaron Rodgers played terrible that game. He had a 55 QB rating, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. And they were 12-4 that year. They would have bet. I think they play in Seattle or they played.
It was in Seattle.
They played in Seattle, right? Yeah, and that's when Seattle won the Super Bowl and they lost to the Broncos. Or lost to Tom Brady. So that could have been. It's a lot of years when Aaron Rodgers lost to the representative of the Super Bowl, of the NFC in the Super Bowl, right? They lost to the Cardinals with Carson Palmer. They lost to Carson Palmer. Aaron Rodgers had a 77 passing rating, 54% completion percentage. You got to show up in these big games. That's one thing Tom Brady does. He shows up. He said what?
I know a quarterback that got only 100 yards and two Super Bowl wins.
No, his early career. You're right, Tom Brady.
No, Jared Goff. Right. When they played Jared Goff and won, he only had 100 passing yards.
But what did he do leading up to the Super Bowl though? He beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and he beat your Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. And that Jaguars team, huh?
The Chiefs?
No, I'm tripping. Jacksonville was the year before that.
No, Jacksonville was the 2017 AFC Championship.
Falcons, right?
That was that was the year they beat the Falcons.
Yeah, but he beat the Chiefs that year. You talk?
Yeah, the Chiefs one was when he beat the Rams because D4 jumped off sides.
Yeah. But Tom Brady played well that game too. They're gonna profit for that. But and that defense there held Patrick Mahomes them to 0 points in the first half too, right? I think they had 0 points in the first half.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think they shut them down in the first half, and then Patrick Mahomes turned up in the second half. I think in the fourth quarter he turned up. All right, but Aaron Rodgers and all these big guys I'm looking at, he didn't show up. And he has a whole lot more pressure than anybody because if Matthew Stafford lose, all they're gonna say is his first year with the Rams. They got all these new players. they go back. He's still under contract. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, he hold the team hostage last year. You know what I mean? I mean, last year he didn't win. He lost to Tom Brady. And then if he loses to the 49ers again, a team he never beat in the playoffs. He lost to them 3 times already, I think. So on 3, this will be his 4th time. And 49ers are the underdog. so and Jimmy G is their quarterback. So Aaron Rodgers got more pressure.
I don't think if they lose to the 49ers, though, it's because of Jimmy G.
Nah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Oh, hey, Javon, that's facts. People don't bring that up, but Tom Brady always did have a great defense. He had like 5 Super Hall of Famers on one defense, and nobody brings it up. But
listen, I made a whole video about who's better, Jordan or Brady. And I said Jordan because Brady had help. He got the best quote unquote quarterback, people say, with the best defensive coordinator in NFL history for real, Bill Belichick.
And Hall of Fame defensive players.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, the year they beat Seattle, they had Darrell Reeves and Brown on the other hand. Like they had a legit
Reeves. And Malcolm Butler made that fluke interception in the end zone.
Oh yeah,
but the reason why I brought up Brady having 100 yards and 2 Super Bowls and winning was just because of that Seattle game. The Seattle game, you can kind of excuse it because the fluke stuff that happened. Because Brady had 100 yards and the Rams couldn't get nothing going because they was going to get Jared Goff, who people were trying to say he was better than what he was, but only had 1 touchdown and 3 picks in the whole playoff run. Meanwhile, Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson over here running for 100 plus yards. They killed the Cowboys on the ground. They both had 100 yards against the Cowboys, and nobody said nothing. It was all Jared Goff. Oh, look at Jared Goff. He done turned the team around. It's quarterback from out of Cal who went 6-6. That's his best year at Cal. Is somehow this great quarterback.
Yeah, Jared Goff. I remember I was trying to make a case why Matthew Stafford pressure. I try to compare Jared Goff's stats compared to Matthew Stafford's stats. It's not even close. Jared Goff didn't do much for real. They had a high power offense, but Jared Goff wasn't. He's not. Sean McVay is offensive mind.
He is, and I give him that because, like I said, hey, you seen me tweet it a couple times. Hey, Sean McVay love that deep post to Van Jefferson. You can see it at least once or twice every game.
You said, yeah, have a laugh again. You mentioned it, yeah.
He love that deep post to Van Jefferson, but I agree with a lot of what you said with Aaron Rodgers about how he has come up short a little bit in the playoffs, and like you can tell, like astronomically different from the playoffs and regular season. Aaron Rodgers' regular season. He just had this shit like 30 something to 5 picks, and he threw 2 of those week 1, or 4 picks, and he threw 2 of them week 1. So if he does come out and throw interceptions and he does look like a shell of himself, then yeah, you'll blame Rodgers. But I think if the Packers actually do lose this game, I think it is because of the 49ers defense and the Packers not being able to stop the run. But another thing the Packers did get, which I like this guy a lot. I don't know why people don't keep him on his roster. He was on the Cardinals last year. Devondre Campbell became an all-pro this year, linebacker from out of Georgia. He was on the Cardinals roster last year. He didn't stick. And he was actually on that Falcons team that went to the Super Bowl with Deion Jones. I like Devondre Campbell at linebacker. They got a nice young guy. I think his name Chris Barnes at linebacker. He's nice. They have been missing Zadarius Smith a while, actually. I don't know if he comes back. I don't know. They get David Bakhtiari back. But if they do lose to the 49ers, I don't have it being on Rodgers. I have it being on the defense.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think Rodgers he can actually do him against that 49ers defense. It's just I don't know if the Packers are going to be able to stop Debo and Elijah Mitchell.
And the good thing about this Packers team, their defense is actually good, and they average a run game this year. So something that was always excuses for Rodgers never really had a run game until probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, Aaron Jones.
Like never really had a running game. It was always like we saying with Josh Allen. That was Aaron Rodgers. I would never forget when they played the Cardinals before he won the Super Bowl, and every time the Cardinals got the ball, they scored. Like the only time they did not score is when like Clay Matthews forced a fumble. You know, like it had to be something crazy, but they had to score every single play they up with the.
You talking about that game where the Cardinals won at OT? Larry Fitzgerald
face mask Aaron Rodgers in the last play. That was a face mask. You know, that was a face mask. So if you look at Aaron Rodgers' playoff career, every team he lost to was in the NFC West, except for the Giants and the Falcons, I think. Everybody was in the NFC West. 49ers, he lost to the 49ers 3 times. No, 3 times. He lost to the Cardinals twice. He lost to the Hawks. You know what I mean? So now he's playing the 49ers again. So he has a hard time against these NFC West teams. All right, so All right, so we're gonna move on, y'all. We're gonna move on. So look, for those who just came on, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share with somebody, y'all. Get them on here. Get them on here. Use that comment section. Like I said, we can see our comments. We're gonna post them up, talk. And we have a competition going on. For those who don't know yet, if you check on my Instagram, Instagram is on the bottom, scrolling on the ticker. We do a perfect bracket challenge. To enter the challenge, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And you have to have 2 others subscribe. Make sure you send me a screenshot of the 2 people who've done it. And you have to send me your picks of each round, starting the divisional round this weekend, each round by the first, like once kickoff start, we're not taking your picks, all right? And whoever gets the perfect bracket gets $300 cash app to them. So make them your cash app too. And we're actually, matter of fact, we're going to do it. If somebody doesn't do a perfect bracket, whoever has the closest perfect bracket, we're going to send $100 out, all right, to the winner. And also, I want to mention, actually, tomorrow will be the 5th month we actually been doing this. All right, so it will wrap up. Matter of fact, wrap up the 5th month. So that's a huge deal. We're excited about that. Thanks for everybody who's been supporting, who's been tuning in, and everything. And yeah, just keep on showing the love. And if it's something that we can do to improve, let us know, and we're gonna improve it. All right. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.